Welcome to Video Game Compendium with your hosts, Ian and Casey. Today we are going to be talking shit about E3. If you want to find us on Twitter, you can find us at VG Compendium, or if you want to send us an email, you can send us an email at vgcompendium@gmail.com.
So, Nintendo appeared to be the only one of the big three that actually cared about video games.
I disagree with that, but go on.
Okay, well, tell me why you disagree.
Well, because I would say Sony had a pretty good showing of games, and I guess for that matter, Microsoft wasn't completely dead on games, but I'll admit that Nintendo probably came forth with the game-heaviest news, if you will.
The most relevant, Sony showed some cool stuff, but these games, they're going to be at the next E3. They're not going to be released anytime soon. Even some of the stuff they showed, we already saw for the first time last year. And Nintendo is like, we got Mario coming, we got Pokken, we'll get into them in detail, but they just rambled off all these games that are coming out before the end of the year.
Pokken Tournament is already out for one, so it's like, oh, here's another entry, another remastered or like redone game.
So
and
for Pokken though, is that how you say it? I've been calling it Pokken, like Tekken.
Well, to me,
Tekken.
It's Pocket Monsters. So I would say Pock first instead of Poke, if that makes sense. I
think they say Pocket Monster. In Japan, I don't know, but Pokken has not been a legitimate fighting game in a lot of scenes because it's on the Wii U, and the Wii U's a joke. So now that it's coming out on Switch, that's actually a really good sign for the franchise.
Why? Because no one looks for fighting games on the Switch right now, except maybe Street Fighter.
Yeah, so Street Fighter's on there, which I think it's terrible, but I think it's a good thing for the franchise.
Yeah. Come on.
Okay, well, let's go through it all, and then at the end, you can see why I'm right and you're wrong, as usual.
Okay.
So, Nintendo starts with... So this is in order of release, as far as the dates that were given at E3. First up is Legend of Zelda DLC, coming out at the end of this month.
Well, I hate DLC, so that was like, hey...
Here's the rest of the game, guys.
Here's more of the game that you probably could have had from the beginning. The new amiibos look pretty cool, I'll admit that, like the ones that they showed off of the 4 heroes or whatever.
Yeah, the real life, or the game toy, what do they call it? Toys to Life or some shit? I think that all that stuff's dumb.
Well, yeah, but I think some of the amiibos look cool just as like little figurines.
Yeah, but there are toy conventions. That doesn't need to be at E3.
But it directly relates to the game. It gives you in-game content. It's basically like having a physical version of DLC.
In the stupidest way possible.
Honestly, I would rather...
Oh, do you want DLC? Okay, give us $4 and you get all these maps. Oh, you want DLC? Give us $4 for each article of clothing that you want to unlock in the game.
Hey.
Come on, I'm picking the former.
I would rather just not have DLC as a thing in general. However, I would rather get something physical for my purchase rather than just like a bunch of digital content that they could decide to take away.
A collector. Oh,
no,
they can probably still take it away in the future if they need to. When they do, 5 years from now, when they're doing an HD remaster of Mario Kart, you're not going to still put your amiibo toys on your controller to unlock the different cars.
I'm just saying, like, if you're going to give me DLC and you give me something physical with it too, like, I'll take it. But, again, I'd rather not have any DLC at all.
Right.
Like, I don't think that if you want to experience the full game and like get all the costumes, etc., you should have to buy anything extra at all. That's my opinion, though. Okay.
That's
glossing over Breath of the Wild DLC because I knew this was going to be something that it shouldn't have been. What's next?
So next on release is Pokken DX, September 22nd. I really liked the trailer for it. It was so cool. It felt like actual Pokemon IRL. Because Pokemon Go, it didn't really feel like Pokemon because you're battling like anonymously through this whole gym mechanism, which is stupid. But actually running into someone and being like, all right, let's throw down. Let's Pokemon battle right here, right now. That was pretty dope.
Well, I guess the most frustrating thing for me about it is it's already out. Like, we can play it on Wii U. I don't need it on Switch as well.
Okay.
That's a trend in gaming lately in general that
it's
people
just re-releasing the shit out of shit.
Yeah, like, oh, you had this game last.
That's Nintendo's game plan.
Well,
how many? Well, okay, so we can talk about Metroid again.
Metroid
right now.
Metroid Prime 4.
No, the remake on the DS.
Oh yeah, of Metroid 2 for Game Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. And then, so I saw a thing. Apparently, in an interview, Reggie basically alluded to re-releasing Metroid is like a test to see if we should re-release Mother 3, which is a total dick move.
Well, it makes no fucking sense because, like,
I know
those games are
but
incomparable.
But if he says that, sales for Metroid are going to be heightened, right?
Well,
He's
yeah.
basically saying, buy this game, you might get Mother 3. How many years have they been doing this? They've been doing this way too long. It's disgusting.
Well, okay, Metroid 2 remake, at least it's a remake and, like, completely reimagining of an old game. Pokken DX is literally just a game that they already have out for a new system. Like, here you go, here's the same content, maybe a little more added in for a different system.
There's some new characters in it. I think they probably could have just skipped the Wii U release and just waited for it to be on Switch.
Well, maybe...
Because it didn't seem like they really cared about the Wii U release.
Right. Well, I mean, they did, but it... I don't know, man.
Nah, not really. Anyway, so the big mamma jamma, Mario Odyssey, October 27th.
Okay. I mean, Mario...
This fall.
I watched the trailer for it, and the trailer looks really, like, cool in general. And the way that they're doing, like, oh, you could throw a hat on an enemy and you kind of become that enemy. It looks really awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm skeptical.
Why?
Because, so, they took a risk like that with Mario Sunshine. And Mario Sunshine wasn't my favorite Mario game. It was great. It just wasn't anywhere near my favorite. And I'm afraid that this game is going to become gimmicky like Mario Sunshine was.
Mario Sunshine was amazing.
I'm not saying it was a bad game. It was a good game, but when it comes to Mario games...
So earlier you said Mario Galaxy. Now you're talking about Mario Sunshine.
Did I say Galaxy?
Yeah, you started by saying they tried this with Mario Galaxy and it wasn't my favorite game.
I meant to say Sunshine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you like Galaxy more than Sunshine?
Yes, way more.
Interesting.
I
like Sunshine more.
I like Sunshine a lot.
I think it was in Famitsu or something. They had a full page ad, and it was like the continuation lines of the Mario franchise.
Okay.
And they had this after Mario Sunshine. So it was Mario 64, Sunshine, and then Odyssey. And Galaxy was like in a whole other category. So it seems like they're trying to get back to what made 64 and Sunshine good, which I'm all about.
And that's fine and dandy, but I really liked the way Galaxy was. It was platforming. It was like great level design. And especially the second one. The second one was almost better than the first. And when you compare that to Sunshine, which was a good game, but it just felt gimmicky half the time with that stupid water hose attachment thing.
Oh no, I disagree, man. I thought it was great. So the one thing about Sunshine that I hated was when you get a star, you get kicked back out and you have to re-enter the level if you want to get other stars. And they basically came out and said, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. That was something that people didn't like. So there's no getting kicked back out.
so you can just keep playing the level and get the stars.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's cool, but again, the gameplay is what matters the most to me. Like, not a small feature where it's like, we're allowing you to stay in the level to get more of it done sooner.
No, I don't think it's a small thing. They're looking at it completely different. It's basically a sandbox.
Right, it's supposed to be more open world than previous Marios.
And I don't know, I think it's awesome. I'm hype. I don't have a Switch. I'm probably not going to buy one this year, but I think it looks like a solid game.
No, I fully expect it to be a good game. Like, just like I said, Sunshine is a great game, but it's not my favorite.
Okay, so E3 is supposed to be Casey's favorite games get released. Is that what?
No,
is
because
that what you're saying?
I'm done with like the re-releases of games. It's just, and I'm not even saying they have to cater to me specifically. I'm just saying, as my opinion, Odyssey looks really cool, but I'm afraid it's going to fall in the gimmick trap, like Nintendo's been doing a lot lately.
All right, that's fair, I guess. We beat that to death. So, explain to me Ultra Sun and Moon 3DS. This ticks me off the most out of anything that came from Nintendo.
I am not excited. What I am excited for is that they announced that they're working for a mainline Pokemon
RPG
game
on the Switch.
On the Switch. Like, it finally, they're going to do it for a console, and it's not going to be like Gale of Shadow or Gale of... What was that GameCube game called?
The XD game?
Yeah.
Pokemon XD?
Gale of Darkness.
The subtitle. Yeah. That sounds about right. With Luigia?
Luigia? Get out.
Alright, so we're on the same page that re-releasing a game that's less than a year old is dumb?
Yep. Well, apparently it's going to have new content, but again...
I don't care. That's stupid. That is so dumb.
Okay, Mr. Pokken DX. This is the argument I was making about Pokken and how they are basically putting it out again with slightly more content.
It's on a different console!
I don't give a fuck!
Sun and Moon are on the same console!
Blah, blah, blah,
blah. Alright, Rocket League. I guess that's cool. I'm not a big Rocket League
Rocket
athlete.
League was okay for like 10 minutes and then I got bored. So it's great that they're allowing crossplay between all the different consoles except Sony.
Yeah. That is awesome. I really like that.
That's cool and all, but like honestly, if I was playing it for Switch, I would rather be playing against people who are playing it on Switch.
Yeah, agree completely. It's kind of weird that you're only going to be able to wear the Mario hat if you're playing on the Switch, but I mean, they got to do something to make it unique,
right-ish.
But this is another game that's already been out. I hope this trend continues of the cross-platform, and I think it will later on, which is great. Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yes.
Holiday season. Rocket League also holiday season on the release.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 should be really good. I love the first one. And Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I hope that there's Japanese voice option, because I cannot stand the main character's stupid British accent. Not that British accents are stupid. They're great. It's
yes, they are.
There's something about this character that in the trailer it was just driving me crazy. I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to listen to that through a whole RPG.
I mean, that just sounds racist, dog.
You're the one who said that they suck.
Oi, crikey, mate.
That's Australian.
Whatever.
Oh, man. Yeah, so I hope that there's Japanese dialogue. Was there on the first one? Actually, there wasn't even English on the first one, right?
Anybody who listens to this from overseas is going to be like, fucking Americans.
Fucking Trump's America. Oh, God. I hate this country. Alright, so Xenoblade Chronicles 2 should be good.
Yes.
Kirby. 2018 is the release date we have for that.
It looks awesome because it reminds me of original Kirby done for the Switch.
I know. I am super excited for this. He turned into a curling stone, bro. I have not seen that before. in a Kirby game. Have you?
I don't think
That's
so.
new, right?
Yeah.
He used to turn into like a frozen rock iceberg thing. But a curling stone? That was awesome.
To me, the best part of this is it's not one of those stupid Kirby spin-off games that they've been making lately, like, so often.
Oh my, they've been awful. All
yeah.
of them.
Well, I wouldn't say awful, they just...
Every single one of them.
They lack personality.
Just the worst game ever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they're trying to be cute, but there's no charm, there's no depth to it, which
right.
is terrible. And this one looks charming as hell, and super excited for it.
And then the Yoshi Switch game, which is like Paper Mario, but Yoshi's Story, like, that looks hype as hell. I'm so pumped for that, too.
Yeah. That one, I'm not gonna hold my breath that it's gonna be an amazing RPG, but looks cool.
So, what's the last thing? Or is there anything else other than Metroid Prime 4?
Oh, so we got to see a Metroid Prime 4 animated GIF, which was, oh my god, hype, but...
Well, it's not...
Yeah, that's a long
It's
ways
not
out.
by the same
It's just
developers.
in development. Yeah.
That makes me nervous.
No, agreed.
But, I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. Just like the Metroid 3DS game, I'm not saying it's going to be bad, but since it's not from the same developers that have traditionally been doing it, makes me nervous.
Agreed completely, but still hype.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Real quick, your favorite Metroid Prime game was...
3. ... Yeah.
3? Okay. Not bad.
Well, none of them are bad, that's the point.
No, I'm saying your opinions.
Oh, okay. Shut up.
2 was the better one, but, I mean, let's just move on. Oh yeah, we already talked about Pokemon Switch, marked in development.
Right.
Couldn't be more excited
Yeah,
about
that's...
When that comes out, I'll probably get a Nintendo Switch.
It would be awesome if they, like, basically took one of the existing games, like Gold or Silver, and don't pull the Soul Silver that they did, but, like, actually make it 3D with the Switch with those Pokemon. That way, it's an introduction to the, like, a new style of Pokemon, like the way we look at it, but with Pokemon that we know and love already.
Yeah, I could see the appeal for you and me, and maybe the younger generations get to experience a title that they haven't played yet. Because, I mean, how old is Gold and Silver? That's getting up there. It's at least 10 years old by now, right?
Well, what year do you think it came out?
Oh, man. I would say 2002, 2003.
Ooh. No.
Oh.
Came out...
No, 2001.
No.
No?
You want one more try? I'll give you one more try.
One more try, I'm going to say 2000, because I know it was in 2004.
It was not 2000 either.
When?
1999.
Get the hell out of here.
And then, that was in Japan, but it came out in America in 2000.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But
I skipped both of those and went right to Crystal.
Oh, Crystal was great. The Japanese cartridge for Crystal was the coolest Game Boy cartridge ever.
I have not seen it.
Okay, so it was the, like, clear shiny that it had before, but it also had, like, engraving on the back of the chip that looked like Suicune's head.
Oh, yeah, I do remember seeing that online. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got the crystal-y, jelly-looking case.
Right, but...
Game Boy Color case.
It didn't have any sweet, like, etchings on it.
on the chip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. Alright, so that wraps up Nintendo for me. Anything else you want to say about Nintendo?
I like Nintendo. I like what they're doing. But I'm skeptical.
I like that they're caring about games, but there's a lot of Switch love. I don't want them to abandon the DS, because I'm kind of afraid that they're going to go full Switch, and that's going to be their console and their handheld, and I don't like that idea.
It's going to happen, so brace for impact.
Man,
hold on to your butts.
I don't like that. I need some, because Sony's dropping out of the handheld race. I can't let Nintendo do it too. If their alternative is this kind of finicky, not very good as a handheld. I've said my piece.
Okay.
All right. Sony.
Okay, I thought Sony came through pretty strong.
I disagree. I thought they were the weakest.
The weakest?
All right, so we'll get to Microsoft, but dude, I thought it was weak as
You thought
hell.
Sony was weaker than Microsoft?
We'll get to it.
No, there's no we'll get to it. We're talking about it right now. Because Sony definitely came through much stronger than Microsoft did.
How?
100%. Because
there's like... Okay, so VR, no. Just no. That eliminates half of their keynote.
It wasn't even half of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bullet points. It's almost 50% of the games they talked about were VR.
Dude, no. Because that was like the VR thing. They showed like 20 different games for VR, like boom, 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 boom. And then they were done.
They showed 6 that they actually spent some time on.
Very minimal. It wasn't
Still.
that long. And plus, who doesn't want a Final Fantasy 15 fishing game?
I do, but I don't want to buy a Sony VR for it.
I'm joking. That it looks like trash.
I would play it though, that's the thing.
But no, Microsoft didn't bring anything that
All right.
was new or good.
Okay, we're going to say Microsoft for the end.
Fine.
Alright, Sony, Uncharted, Tomb Raider edition, because it's ladies for some reason this time.
You mean Uncharted for girls?
Uncharted is already for girls.
I mean, all games are for girls, but this one especially is like Uncharted for girls.
But Nathan Drake strikes a chord with a lot of...
That's Uncharted
girls.
for multi-gendered people.
So alright, joking aside, what do you think of it?
Uncharted looks cool. Like, more Uncharted is never a bad thing, though I kind of wish they would give it its piece, because the game, I feel like, has met its quota for being a good game, and I'm afraid that they're going to keep trying to milk it, and it's just going to die one day, and I don't want that to happen.
I don't want it to... And they're not doing a annual thing with this, like they're doing like Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed, which I think was the worst thing they could have done with that franchise.
Right.
So I don't think we have to worry about that. Naughty Dog's not going to do that. But it's really kind of pushed everything that it can, and we've gotten a lot out of the characters. And I think the characters, as far as Uncharted 3 and 4 go, were the reasons the games were not just a copy-paste of 1 and 2.
Right. Well, 2 was the best.
Oh, agreed. 2, great story, great action sequences. 3 and 4 are, in my opinion, basically 2 with new stories, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't care for either of the characters that are headlining this DLC.
It's not DLC, it's a brand new game.
So it comes out August 22nd, $40 for a standalone. If you have the Uncharted, I almost said Unreal, because it's U4 on my notes. So, Uncharted 4 Deluxe Edition, or the triple pack that they did where they remastered it, it's just a update download.
Right, but it's still, like, they set it up to be a standalone game, which is cool. But the reason why I was most disappointed with them showing so much Uncharted Lost Legacy was because they didn't show anything about The Last of Us Part 2. And seeing as I'm, like, one of the biggest fans of the original Last of Us, I want more information about Part 2 so I can start to gauge what I'm going to get out of it versus just, like, that small trailer that didn't really show much.
Alright, my opinion... If the game's not coming out until 2019, don't show it to me in 2017.
Why not?
Because it's too far off. I mean, the hype train, don't make it leave the station and wander around for 2 years. And then when the game comes out, the train's, like, derailed. And I don't know where that metaphor is going. But Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Just be patient, man. I'm sure it'll be good. The less you know about it, probably the better.
Well, as soon as they start actually showing like trailers that have like gameplay and stuff like that, I might start avoiding it, but I just want to know what it's going to be about, like the basic premise. That's it. That's all I want to know. And from there, I'm going to go blind and play it later. But we didn't get to see anything about it. The same with Death Stranding, which kind of sucked.
Okay. I see where you're coming from, but I personally didn't miss it. I'm sure The Last of Us 2 will be great when it comes out. Death Stranding, I don't know anything about. Please explain.
It's the new Kojima game now that he's on his own.
Oh, that. Yeah, that would have been cool to see.
Yeah, well, I mean, what little they've shown off of it so far has me so intrigued just by where they, like, the idea and, like, this cryptic story. Of course, it's Kojima, so everything's going to be cryptic about it until it comes out.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been nice to see a little bit more about, because I don't think a lot of people know about it yet. And that'd be one more reason to invest in the stock that is Sony. So they probably could have shown a little bit of it.
And then they showed Horizon Zero Dawn DLC.
Yeah, that one was just marked 2017. That's all I have to say about it. The
game was surprisingly good to me. Like, I really was not expecting it to be anything spectacular, and then I played it, and I was like, wow, this game is actually pretty polished and actually pretty fucking good.
Oh, really? Okay. See, I saw it and thought,
Yeah, me too. I was expecting this game to be, like, the lamest thing since sliced bread, and it turned out to be really good.
Okay. I might have to take a look at that then, because I completely wrote it off as a
Well, you write a lot of things off as a eh.
I do. It's because most things are eh.
Oh, shut up.
They are.
Just because it's not weeb.
No, alright. Slow down.
Slow your roll.
Speaking of Call of Doodle, World War II, November 3rd.
Follow my doodle.
My only note is that the trailer looks like how Battlefield 3 played. And that's all I have to say about it.
The game looks pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be more of the same.
The biggest thing that I am like actually quite frustrated with is they are refusing to put swastikas in the game.
Yeah, I saw all this like scenery settings, and then it says World War II, and I'm like, which World War II? Because I just saw those Maltese cross-looking things. I didn't see no swastikas.
Yeah, the Iron Cross is on there, but they didn't do any swastikas. And apparently, it was because they're trying to avoid, like, offending people. I'm not sure if that's true, but I'm guessing, like, it's a swastika. When you think swastika, most of the time you think World War II, Nazi, Germany, done. That's it. Like,
okay,
why the fuck wouldn't you include them?
So I can get, like, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the fighting game. They removed the swastika from that one German dude's hat. He had a swastika, right?
Dude, you know more about JoJo's than I do.
Alright, anyway, so I can understand removing swastikas from games that are tangentially related to the conflict that ended up being World War II. But if you're sitting down to play a game where you're shooting Nazis, come on.
I mean, even the new Wolfenstein game has swastikas everywhere.
And that's actually tangentially Nazi. Like, that's not about World War II.
Right.
As far as I know.
It's about, like, if the German Nazis had won the war.
Yeah.
And then you gotta come and whoop their ass.
Yeah. But if they took them out of that game, I would be like, okay, I guess you want to introduce players to a franchise that's more about having fun. But, I mean, come on, this game is set in World War II.
Right.
Throw some swastikas in there.
Yeah, just even one. Just one big one.
Just one big one.
Right. A giant swastika on your screen at all times.
Oh, come on.
That way you know who you're killing.
You shoot at the swastika? What if all the bullets were just tiny swastikas? Would that be okay? Someone's gonna make a mod for that, I hope.
Yep.
That'll be funny. Okay, we've talked more than enough about that game. Monster Hunter American Edition.
Yeah.
A Monster Hunter World.
I don't know. It feels like they took the soul out of Monster Hunter and put it somewhere else. They were like, Monster Hunter is known for its like charming like ways that they have you fight monsters, and this one is like, it looks like a Dark Souls, like graphically looks like Dark Souls.
It does kind of. The combat
with monsters
was pretty limited in what they showed, but it didn't look that fun. I've never gone full bore on a Monster Hunter game, but when this trailer popped up, I was like, oh man, this looks like it could be a fun adventure game. I wonder what it is. It's Monster Hunter? Okay. I guess I'll check it out, but it's something like this. They're trying to cash in on an IP, while at the same time not targeting the audience that loves the initial IP. And that's dumb.
The other thing about this game is it's not going to be exclusive to Sony. So it was shown at Sony's keynote, but it wasn't a Sony game.
So it's going to be on Xbox?
Yeah, it's going to be on everything. So I don't know about Switch. I don't think it's for Switch, but it's going to be on Xbox, PC, and PS4. So...
Okay.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, so Sony's still doing that stupid thing where they pay for console exclusivity because it defeated Sega 100 years ago, and they keep thinking it's going to help them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because Microsoft doesn't do that?
Not successfully.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't sit here and try and knock Sony for doing...
Dude, I'm gonna knock everybody. No one's safe.
I'm just saying, like, they might do, like, well, with Destiny 2, they're doing exclusive content on Sony right off the bat, and it's all timed exclusive shit. So it's like, yeah, you get it first on Sony, but then you can get it later on Xbox, so take your pick. I mean, I would play it on PS4 probably, or PC, since it's coming out on PC. But granted, I probably wouldn't play Destiny 2 at all.
Fair enough. So Destiny is interesting because this timed exclusive content. In Destiny 1, there was timed exclusive weapons on PS4. And then after a year, they came to Xbox. The thing about Destiny is, after a year, all of your weapons are garbage and you have to start getting new weapons. So that was basically permanently exclusive.
Right.
Functionally, I guess is what I should say. Oh, and they wouldn't let Microsoft advertise Destiny at all. That's dumb.
Why is that dumb?
How is that not dumb? People didn't know that the game was going to come out on Xbox One. And so they bought a PS4.
I mean, it was a trash game anyway. If you're buying a console for Destiny, you're fucking up, bro.
No, dude, a lot of people did that.
And a lot of people are trash.
A lot of people play games for different reasons than you and I.
But a lot of people play Destiny, which is a shit game. Objectively shit.
Okay, they play it socially. It's a social thing.
Play Minecraft.
They do that too. We'll get to Minecraft a little bit later, since that was part of the Microsoft keynote. So, have you heard of this game? They're releasing it 2018. It's called Shadow of the Crobopolis. I haven't heard of this one before. Shut the fuck up. Have you heard of this one?
I'm gonna cut you.
So is this a sequel, or what is this? What is this about?
It looks like a complete remake of Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, as far as I know, that is correct. I saw an article post E3 keynote where they announced it, that they said there's no new content. It's a straight remake from the ground up with no new content.
And honestly, it doesn't need new content, though why they're remaking it, I'm a little confused. But at the same time, like, it was the biggest surprise to me this E3, where they showed the trailer, and immediately as the trailer started running, I was like, oh my god!
Oh my god, they're doing it. What are they doing?
Yeah, and I knew what it was, but I didn't know if it was a remake or what. And honestly, it gave me chills. Like, watching it, I was just, like, so excited to see the world in, like, such beautiful detail.
Yeah, it'll be a fantastic experience for that reason. Get hype. But yeah,
hype?
Kind of not sure the reason behind it, but I guess not going to complain, right?
Right.
Because the PS3 has a HD re-release of the PS2 game.
Right, but it looked better, but it's still like it wasn't full amazingness like this new one looks.
Yeah, this new one looks pretty sick. And by sick, I mean lovely. Because it looks beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
Yeah, it's like me.
Exactly like you. That should be on the back of the box. When you
it looks like Casey.
Looks like Casey.
He's so beautiful.
He's so pretty. That's so why beautiful. We remade this game. Because the original didn't look enough like Casey. Alright. That one is just marked as 2018. Monster Hunter World was early 2018. And in my notes I put, looks fun on a bun.
LOL. Okay.
Alright, so the last real-ish thing Sony showed was Days Gone.
Wrong, because you forgot Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, well, you started talking about... Anyway, yeah, I skipped over that one. So, MVC Infinite looks dumb. September 19th, if you want to go waste your money on that garbage.
It looks like a fan fiction of... like, someone got a hold of Marvel characters, and someone got a hold of the Capcom characters, and they're like, what kind of good fan fiction can we write with this?
No, it does not look like that. It looks like someone got a hold of bootleg Marvel and bootleg Capcom, that's the one. Characters. Because the character models look dumb. What happened?
I don't know. This game...
Did you think this? They showed Chun-Li, and I'm like, who's this weird Chun-Li cosplayer?
Maybe... Plot twist. It's all cosplayers.
Oh my god. Okay. Maybe. Hopefully that's it, because that's the only explanation. But did you think this when you saw this? Did you think what? Why does everyone look so weird?
Well, yeah, because they all do look pretty fucking weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now they look weird in a different way, and it's unsettling. I don't like it. I'm not going to play it. Screw it.
The game looks disappointing for multiple reasons. The biggest one being, I don't care about Marvel Cinematic Universe, but that's essentially what this is.
Yeah.
Marvel Cinematic Universe versus Capcom, and I don't care.
So, looking back, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Marvel had control of which characters they put in the game. And this was before Guardians of the Galaxy came out. This was before Iron Fist's TV show came out. And now you're seeing like every Marvel character in that game has a franchise right now.
Yep.
And
lame.
And this looks more like a movie tie-in, like a movie universe tie-in, and I think that's stupid.
Yeah, I'm done with it. But no, you said that Days Gone was the last game they showed. You're forgetting Detroit, you're forgetting God of War, you're forgetting Spooderman.
No, those are under the Sony Pro. And this is also done by release date, so we'll get to that.
Okay, Days Gone. Looks so dope. And if you say otherwise, I will slap your butt. So,
the first time I watched this, I thought, oh, man, this looks dumb. I don't like this. Zombies are done to death.
They are.
This is pass.
But,
then, I watched it again, and I thought, this game looks super fun.
The reason I think it looks good is because they're clearly focusing on the narrative of the story and not just zombie killing. Like, there are so many games that they just are like, oh, you can kill fucking zombies. Look how badass you are. But this one took the route of The Last of Us, where it looks like they're really focusing on the story they're telling versus, like, the world that it's set in.
Yeah. So I think the storytelling will be good. I think hopefully there's a lot of room for creativity in how you play through it and how you complete these segments. Because, it looks like it's going to be a pretty cinematic experience. Linear, I guess, too. Which is cool. I'll see more before I decide if it looks good. Because this one's just marked as in development. We didn't get a date.
Right.
That I saw at E3. The main character being the biker, turn off for me.
Oh, get your panties out of the bunch.
No.
Yes.
Games with biker main characters are trash. Moving on.
Excite Bike. Ha!
That's not a biker. That's a motocross enthusiast. I don't know.
Okay, what's next?
Alright, Sony VR.
Trash. What's next?
Alright, no, let's go a little bit. So, all of these are marked as in development. There's no release date. Skyrim VR, that concept is awesome. I think that sounds like a really fun thing to do.
Did you say Skyrim VR sounds awesome?
I did. I think it sounds like a really fun thing, but
next.
But I have zero faith in the execution.
I have zero faith in VR in general, and I wish it would just fucking die already.
It's not gonna, dude. Just get over it.
No, it needs to die because it is literally today, it's a gimmick.
Tomorrow,
it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. It's like the original Wii, which I thought was not going to be a gimmick, but they turned it into a gimmick. And
everything's a gimmick.
VR
just have longer lifespans.
VR just needs to die the death that it deserves and go the hell away.
VR is the future. I firmly believe that. I just think that right now it's not good. Star Child, why is this a VR game?
It's never going to be good. I assure you.
It'll be good once we're long gone and dead. Can you hear my cat snoring?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Shit.
Okay.
Go with it. All right.
To me, VR is like, I had no interest in anything VR they showed at all.
Oh, me either. But I'm not going to say the technology will never be good.
It'll never be good until they can put me in a full bodysuit and make everything that I do part of the game and allow me to do backflips and front flips and cartwheels and whatever the hell else I want and run around. VR is going to be shit.
But that'll happen, so
it will not happen. Are you joking? How are they going to make that work? It can never logistically work.
Oh my god,
ever.
Casey, this is a podcast. It's going to be around for centuries, and people are going to be laughing at you right now. People in the year 20 Blagorpadorp are going to be like, "Can you believe this guy didn't expect that we'd be doing backflips in virtual reality?" Come on,
backflips and front flips and cartwheels.
No, they'll have a different name for cartwheels.
Oh, it'll be like,
they're not going to know what you mean by that.
Hand spinny things with your body. They'll call it like real life barrel rolls.
Oh my god, I hope they do. Let's get that trend started right now. So by the time we have decent VR, that'll be the thing.
Every time someone does a cartwheel, be like, "Hey, sweet barrel roll you did."
Oh my god. Okay, Star Child. Why is this a VR game? Can anyone help me with that?
Can anyone help me with VR being a thing?
Move past that, bro. Let's just accept the facts as they are right now. Star Child.
Anyway, Star
could be
Child.
A fun game. I don't get why it's VR.
I mean, it's VR, so it's going to be shit.
Yeah, but if it wasn't VR, I think it would be it has more potential than it does on VR. So that's.
But instead, they made it VR.
Okay, The Inpatient.
The Inpatient? I don't even remember that.
That's the one that's like in a hospital. You're like in a insane asylum. I think it's supposed to be a horror jump scare game.
Okay, well, it's not PT, so it's not going to be as good.
Pretty bold to put that in a E3 keynote. I mean, jump scare games are a dime a dozen.
Well, yeah, and half of them aren't good. And by half, I mean 90% of them aren't good.
You mean all of them except for PT. I know what you mean. I can translate for you.
PT is super good.
I know, man. Oh my god. Now that I have a PS4, I understand how pissed off you were that they took that out of the PlayStation Network.
Yup.
Because I want everyone I know to play that. Because, oh my god, what an experience.
I remember when you played it at my house. And like,
yeah, and I loaded your save that was like halfway through. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And you go, where are you? And I said, turn around. And I go, I just came through that door.
You threw the controller too. That was the best part.
Because that's the section like where it's timed, and if you don't keep going, well, we can spoil it. Nobody's gonna be able to play this game anymore. But yeah, I waited too long, and she just I mean, she got me.
She crept up on your butt and squeezed
she
it.
Straight up crept and killed me. It was, but oh my god, that was so much fun.
Dude, I was crying.
Inpatient would be nice if it was good, but it's not
Meh.
Gonna be. Monster of the Deep.
More like no, because it's
more
VR.
like, come on.
I will not give any of these games credit.
I'll give this one credit. This might be the reason
I lied.
PSVR.
I lied. I'll give. Wait, that's the fishing one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give that one a tiny bit of credit, just because
right.
going fishing, you don't have to move around. You just sit there and you fish. However, it's going to be trash.
Okay, so Casey's on record that Monster of the Deep is the only reason to believe in VR. We got it.
Fishing.
Yeah, Monster of the Final Fantasy Deep Fishing.
No, it's.
I hope that they turn this into like a franchise, and there's like Monster of the Deep 2.
Final Fantasy. Monster of the Deep 2. Deeper Down Monsters.
That'll be fun. Alright, Bravo team. Oh my god, I couldn't believe this. It looked terrible. This is a FPS game. And the gun is just violently shaking around the screen in the captures that they showed.
It's a VR game, so it's going to be trash.
Yeah, it looks terrible. Moss. This is the Mouse Thief adventure game.
Which I don't get why it's VR.
Exactly, this is the same thing Star Child.
Yeah.
Don't put it on VR and you'll probably sell, I don't know any numbers on this, but I would guess 5 billion times more units than on VR. That's a guess.
Right, because it won't sell on VR.
Because VR won't.
They might actually go negative sold copies.
They'll have to take back copies. Okay, so that was Sony's VR segment.
Which we spent way too much time on.
I got some laughs out of it. It was worth it. All right, so Sony Pro. This is the real stuff.
You're implying that Sony isn't always pro.
No, it's PS4 Pro. Sony's not always pro.
They don't have to
Sony
play it
is
on.
baloney. There's a reason they rhyme.
You're not funny.
I know. What are you gonna do?
Well, these don't have to be played on PS4 Pro.
But they're in the Pro segment, so come on.
They are enhanced with Pro. Enhanced.
So God of War is really going to be... I guess this one would make sense to not be Pro. But Detroit, why would they release this non-Pro? I mean, this is... The whole point of this development studio is to do, the highest fidelity nonsense that they can think of.
But it will be enhanced with Pro. Kind of like how Microsoft...
No, I get it, but why give people the option of a crappy version? It seems like if you're the developer and you want people to play your true experience, you're not going to release it on, a TI-89.
Because, okay, the problem with that is if they, were to separate the two systems and say there are pro-only games, that is going to alienate a lot of their user base, especially right now. And they don't want to do that, because that would be essentially making a new console when they don't need to yet.
I get it.
I don't think you do.
No, I get it. Okay. Alright, okay. Let's get back on track. Destiny 2, September 8. More Destinous than the last one. I don't think we have to say any more about that. People still playing it, people still liking it. Some people never learn. But what are you going to do?
Well, we glossed over God of War, which looks awesome.
But I'm doing this in order, man.
Oh my god, okay.
Alright.
What's next?
God of War.
God damn it!
So they're rebooting it where Kratos is Father of the Year. Is that right?
I don't know about that.
So this is the God of War where he doesn't kill his family.
See, the thing is, I think that this is... further down the line Kratos, because they showed that vase that had old Kratos on it with the Chains of Olympus, and so to me, this sounds or looks like what they're doing is, this is a new Kratos, kind of like Zelda does with Link every time.
A new Kratos? It's not just old man Kratos?
Right.
I mean, he's got the same birthmark, dude. All over, up and down his face.
But if they did it like Link in every Zelda game, he looks virtually the same every fucking time.
I don't think a lot of people are taking cues from Link on how to continue their...
I'm just saying,
legacy.
The fact that this is set in like a completely different time and a completely different like mythology, to me says that it's probably a different Kratos, but like same lineage type thing.
No, I think this is Kratos grown up. Otherwise, why am I listening to this haggard old dude if I don't know that he is so strong? I mean, the first three, there were only three, right? The first three games were like
there's
proving.
4.
There's 4.
They didn't call the fourth one 4, but it's Ascension.
Oh, that's right.
And then they had all the spin-off ones for PSP.
Yeah, those were different development studios. So I don't count them.
They're still good.
Oh, yeah, but, okay, mainline God of War. I think it's the same Kratos.
We'll see.
But I don't think it looks good.
Okay, so you're being a hater.
I'm just being honest. Oh, I do believe that this is going to... So the release date is early 2018. I think it'll be pushed back to mid-2018.
That's possible, yes.
So don't get hyped for that. Plus,
I mean, I am hyped for it, so...
Okay. Alright, Detroit, Become Human. Totally different trailer than what we've seen before. Looked like a completely different game.
Well, no, they're actually showing off what it's going to be now, versus before it was like, here's a minor trailer about this game that's in development.
It was an actual gameplay segment, and I was like, oh, okay. We got some Heavy Rain-esque stuff going on. This looks like it'd be pretty cool, moral choices, even if it doesn't change how the game works. Okay. Tangent, real quick, and get on my soapbox. People bitch about the moral choices not impacting how the game ends. The choices you make, they should hold up a mirror and show you, like, make you look at yourself and what you believe in. Alright? It shouldn't be about getting all 3 endings of a video game. You should take that as a moment to think about what you truly believe in as a person. Anyway.
But people don't play games to always think that. Like, I get what you're saying, and that's how I play those types of games. But a lot of people play games to escape their own reality.
No, you're in a different reality, but, I mean, you're still making the decisions. So it's more immersive because you're going, oh my god, what would I do in this situation? And some of the heaviest hitting moments in RPGs are when I make a decision like that.
Right.
Anyway,
I feel you.
Alright, so I called out the haters. Anything else to say about Detroit? I think it looks good. Yeah,
it does look really good.
Visually and content, I think I'm pretty excited for it.
Yep.
Alright, Spooderman.
Looks awesome. It honestly looks like Arkham City meets Spider-Man.
I will agree, it looks awesome. So when you told me that Sony conference was going on, and I found a website, I pulled it up, I missed the first half of what they showed, and I was like, man, this looks dumb. This looks like Arkham Asylum. This looks like Quick Time Event, the game, the movie, the Spider-Man. And then I went back and watched the whole thing. I'm super hyped because the Spider-Man on GameCube was so much fun, and I really hope that this game is kind of along those lines of gameplay.
Right. And that was the last thing Sony showed, and I feel like they ended on a pretty good note there with Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, one note. So, before they played the clip, they said, we're really excited with this great franchise, and one of the most respected development studios. But I had to look up. They're talking about Insomniac, sorry. I didn't see that in the trailer. They didn't actually... Did they mention them? Because after they said renowned development studio, I was paying attention to try and see what studio it was. I had to go look it up later.
I don't remember, but a lot of people already knew about the Insomniac Spider-Man game.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I guess for those who knew, it wasn't as big of a surprise.
Kind of a weird move to be like, oh, this is the greatest development studio, and not mention them by name. I mean, they didn't call them the greatest, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, so now
we're gonna go to Ubisoft.
No, we're not. We're not doing those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want to talk about Ubisoft?
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh, buddy.
Come on.
No, that looks pretty great. New direction with the visual style. Right,
and it looks amazing. The first game was amazing. I have a good feeling about this one too.
Yeah, high. I'll hold it to a high standard.
And then Ubisoft also did Mario Rabbids, whatever.
Whatever. I think that looks pretty great.
It looks cool. Like, honestly, I thought it was going to be the trashiest trash that has ever trashed in the whole trash garbage universe, but it actually looks pretty fun.
My only thing is, how did they let a third-party studio give Mario a gun and it's not Suda51? What the hell?
Okay.
Suda51's on record saying, I want to do a Mario game where he has a gun.
Well, and I'm sorry that Suda Goichi missed out.
You call him Goichi? Come on, bro. Nobody knows who you're talking about.
I'm just letting you know that I met him.
All right. Oh, so your name's now.
Dude, he had the coolest red shoes on ever.
That's because he is the coolest ever. With or without red shoes.
So, they also announced The Crew 2, don't care. Transference,
is that the subtitle?
No, that's me glossing over The Crew 2, because I don't care.
All right.
Transference, which is a VR game, so I don't care. Skull and Bones, which is Assassin's Creed Black Flag, except for less assassin.
Yes. Wait,
and
okay, hold on. Is that the one?
No, you're thinking of Sea of Thieves.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, right. And also it looks like that. Far Cry 5, which looks like you can shoot some like super hyper right wing like crazy militiamen.
Oh yeah,
like they're religious nutcases. Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
I'm excited.
I would love to just wipe
out a bunch of those guys.
The controversy surrounding the game is also just as interesting as the game itself.
You mean from like a social, political...
Yeah, like there's a bunch of people like saying like, oh, this is an attack on white people, this is an attack on Americans, and it's like, okay. But I don't know, I am excited for Far Cry 5, and I'll probably play it, but I don't know how much I actually care about it as a video game.
Huh.
And then...
Because it's going to be same old, or because it's not your jam?
It just looks like more Far Cry, just a different setting. And like that's cool, Far Cry is fun, but I'm kind of over it at this point.
Yeah, I can't play those games. I'll play them for a little while, but...
And then South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
See, I thought that game already came out, because I heard that title joke a long-ass time ago.
The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah. So, okay, it's not out yet? Alright.
Nope. Okay, then we'll go down to Bethesda real quick. This one we could probably gloss over a lot of it too, because Fallout VR is essentially Skyrim VR except Fallout. So
yeah.
Don't know how much I care about that.
That seems like the least interesting game to put on VR.
Then they're doing their paid mods via Creation Club, air quotes. I'm using my fingers to show you that Creation Club is actually the name, but it's basically just DLC.
So is it user-generated DLC? Or is it user-generated Bethesda-approved DLC?
The second.
Dumb. Alright, is this only on their PC games, or is this going to be across the board?
Across the board.
Interesting.
Skyrim Switch, which... that game needs to just die already. Like, I don't care about Skyrim anymore. Skyrim VR, Skyrim Switch, Skyrim Ultimate Edition, Skyrim There's a Dragon Edition, Skyrim we're gonna yell Skyrim really loud. I don't care anymore. Like, enough of Skyrim, please.
It's just a adventure game that people will play. And if you're looking for some adventure, I can see why you'd want to play it on the Switch. But people aren't still playing it because of the game. I think people are still playing it because they like adventure.
You can dress up like Link in this one, though.
Lincoln?
Link.
Oh.
In this one.
I see. That's kind of cute.
Then they announced the new Dishonored, which looks... They say it's kind of like a full game, but to me it sounds like DLC.
So is it like Dishonored 2 Part 2? Or
Yeah, that's how I get the vibe from it.
Alright. Dishonored 1 was pretty fun.
Yeah, no, the Dishonored games are good. It's just more DLC. Don't give a shit.
Alright.
Evil Within 2. Love the first game.
Don't give a shit. That game was awful.
Oh my god, no. It was really good. The atmosphere they set up for that game was awesome.
That game sucked.
No, just as much as you do.
No, that game was way better at sucking than I am.
No.
Yeah.
The second one, like the trailer that they set up for it, like was really cool, and I'm pretty excited for it.
Alright. I'll let you have that one. But it's gonna be bad, don't worry.
Wolfenstein 2 is a sequel to the reboot, which it looks and sounds pretty cool. Okay. There's swastikas everywhere. It's the one that I was talking about where Nazis win.
Yeah,
and
I'll play that. That's pretty fun.
You have to crush the Nazis.
There was that was the one that had KKK costume dudes running around too, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, come on. Who's going to turn that down? Who's going to turn that down?
A lot of people, apparently.
Well, they don't like having fun. That's their problem.
And then, before we get to Microsoft, we'll talk about EA. Battlefront 2, they say they're going more story-driven, but also trying to make it like a long-lasting experience, a game that you can play for years to come. And I don't know how much I care about that.
No.
Anthem, which we'll talk about more during Microsoft because that was the end of theirs. A Way Out looks really cool because it's that co-op Prison Break game.
Oh yeah, that could be pretty fun.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. It's by the developers of Brothers, which you said you didn't like.
I did not like that game,
but I loved it, and this game looks really cool. Need for Speed Payback. Don't care. Madden now has a story mode. Don't care.
Pass.
And then they had FIFA and NBA showed, and I don't do sports games, so I don't care.
Yeah, the sports games are just bad. I mean, they don't.
I wouldn't say they're bad. They don't appeal to me.
They actually are bad. So the NHL games are bad. They do not play like a logical. I don't know. It's bad. If you like the sport and you want to like strategize and have tactics and plays as if you were playing the real sport, it doesn't work. But you can break your sticks and grab them from somebody else. So I guess that's a cool feature to have.
Okay,
right.
So on to Microsoft. And let's just start off with the Xbox One X.
It's got all the teraflops, and it's got all the RAMs, and it's got a terawatt data transfer speed.
Okay, so honestly, overall, I'm pretty disappointed with the announcement. Just because they try to stress, 4K gaming. I only know of one person ever that played a game in 4K, and that was just so they could say they did it.
That's because you only hang out with poor people, man. Come on. Get some money. Okay. Get some better TVs.
The other thing that really irritated me is they talk shit on Sony for releasing the PlayStation 4 Pro hard. They were like, we would never release an upgraded version of our current system. It doesn't make any sense. And now they're doing this. The second time they've released a stronger Xbox One
Yeah, but people want it, dude. They want a reason to have a 4K TV, and they actually have Ultra Blu-ray capabilities, where the PS4 Neo or Pro or whatever doesn't for some reason. So, wise decision to be like, nah, we would never do that. Sony, go ahead. Okay, no, we could definitely beat that. Come on. What are you guys doing?
That's so fucking scummy sounding. Like, oh yeah,
it's okay to call out scummy business practices, but when I gave Sony shit, you're like, come on.
No, you gave Sony shit for something that Microsoft does too. That's why. But Sony never talked shit about Microsoft and how they were releasing a new console. Oh, the coolest thing about the Xbox One X is that its acronym is now going to be Xbox.
Yeah. The Xbox.
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 They should have just called it the Xbox One Squared.
That would be clever. But, oh my god, so they opened the keynote with this guy with zero emotion, zero, like, charm. A robot came out and talked about why the new Xbox is such a great robot. The irony there, I enjoyed it. It made me laugh.
Meh.
That said, I'm not going to buy one because I can't afford a 4K TV, so...
That said, I'm not going to buy one because it sounds like a waste of money.
I mean, no more than... It's a wiser investment than the PS4 Pro, as long as you don't play video games.
I didn't buy a PS4 Pro either. Hey, there you go.
I'm not trying to pitch you on it. Anyway, so let's get to their games lineup. You told me that Microsoft didn't have Jack.
They didn't.
Okay, so here's what I love about Microsoft. People gave them so much crap for not having any exclusives, any good exclusives.
Right.
And what's their reaction? They changed the definition of what exclusive means. So let me look at my list.
I'm glad we can clown on Microsoft for this.
Alright, so there's about 20 games that they talked about that I have written down here. And about half of them were either planned to be released or already released on PC. And so they're the only console that has these games.
But, okay, so beyond that, like, some of the games that they showed that they were really, like, trying to push for their system are multi-platform anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even PC. I'm talking about PS4 as well.
I'm just talking about the exclusive thing.
Oh,
so, yeah. They did talk about they were able to market a lot of games that are not console exclusive, but then a lot of games that are console exclusive because you can't call the PC a console. I guess. That's not my rule. That's just how it is.
To me, if I have a choice of getting it on PC or Xbox, unless the Xbox version has a physical, like, disc, I'm not going to get it for Xbox. I'm going to get it for PC.
I get it. But I was really mad that at the state of the Xbox Live Arcade or the Xbox Digital Store, because the 360 Xbox Live Arcade had such a strong offering of games that I really wanted and needed and enjoyed. And Xbox One is crickets, man. There's nothing there.
Okay, well, you were talking up Microsoft's better than Sony, so go ahead and hit me with some of the shit that makes it better than Sony's.
All right, so first, the ID at Xbox little mini presentation they did, where they just showed a lot of basically PC games that they're bringing to Xbox by working with the small development studios. I watched that and I just thought, man, I should buy more Steam games. Because those games are on Steam and they're cheaper and I don't have to buy an Xbox again. So, yeah.
Okay, so far you have not sold me on why Microsoft is better.
All right, well, let's go through the list.
Okay.
All right, Tacoma. August 2nd. This was one that is a PC game. It's going to be on PC. Yeah.
No, Tacoma is a console only.
No, it's not.
Oh, well then...
It has a Steam page.
Then, I mean, okay, they didn't really show much about Tacoma.
No, the trailer was really vague. I honestly can't really remember what they showed, but they showed it.
It looks neat, but if it's on PC, okay, you still haven't sold me. Go on.
Hey, all right. So caveat, I'm not trying to sell you that Xbox is the way to go. I'm trying
No.
to say that Microsoft had a better presentation because they had more games. All right, Cuphead. Come on.
More does not mean better. More does definitely not mean better.
All right.
By the way, Cuphead looks dope as hell.
Oh my god, I cannot wait for this game. I've been seeing clips and stuff from it for years, and I have never been more excited. Oh my god.
It's on PC though, so.
Yeah, September 29th. Hell yeah, I'm gonna get that. It's gonna be so much fun. It's Gunstar Heroes with super awesome, charming animation. Sign me up.
And the other cool thing about it is I Am 8-Bit announced they are releasing a 4 vinyl set of the soundtrack of that game.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh,
and it looks so super cool.
So if you're into that collecting stuff, definitely would get that. Alright, Forza 7, October 3rd.
Don't care.
I don't either. But it did address some issues that people had with Forza 6. So +1 for them. It's not my cup of tea. I did buy 6. I did play it, and it was fun for a minute or two.
To me, Forza is a bad Gran Turismo.
Yeah, no, to everybody, Forza is a bad Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I mean, Gran Turismo is a bad actual game, but...
No, Gran Turismo's fun.
Oh, Forza can still be fun. It's just it's bad. It's an arcade racer. It's not like a sim game. Gran Turismo is a bad sim game.
But no, Forza tries to like pitch itself as a sim game.
No, dude. No.
Yeah, it's trash.
No,
anyway, okay.
Right,
Forza 7,
okay,
skipping over because this game is trash.
It's not, okay, it's not trash. It's not mine. It's not my cup of tea. Assassin's Creed Origins, also a PC game, October 27th.
It's not just a PC game.
No, I said also, didn't I?
But no, I'm saying that's going to release on Sony as well.
Oh, dude, I don't care. I marked these with little marks if they're going to be on PC. I didn't look at what's going to be cross-platform. Of course, Assassin's Creed is going to be on PS4. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. Is like they showed it at their keynote, but it's going to be on PS4 as well.
Yeah, well,
and it looks dumb anyway. It's another Assassin's Creed. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We've had too many of them as it is. Plus, they're releasing an $800 collector's edition. What the hell is that?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Oh
they have like 12 editions for this game, and the most expensive one is $800. Who the hell is going to spend $800 on a shit game like this?
Someone is. I mean,
I know, and it's going to make me mad.
Batman, $200 for a Batarang or some garbage. That was stupid. Moving on. Super Lucky's Tale. I don't get why this is a game. It's a mascot platformer.
Yeah, well, okay. Honestly, it should have been Conquer, but...
I did think it was Conquer at first.
It looks fun. I mean, it looks like throwback banjo style. Like, maybe, like, it's going to be a good ukulele, because ukulele was just meh.
Yeah. I think it's going to be too simple for what you're looking for. I don't think it's
a kid's game. Chill out.
No, but you can be simple and still have fun platforming sections and stuff. I don't think it has enough. It's probably not going to be very good.
I'm optimistic about it. I think it looks fun.
Okay. I'll accept that. Crackdown 3.
That, like, I love the Crackdown games. They're so right? Fun. So, Crackdown 3, I was pretty excited for. Just because it looks like fun. Plus, Terry Crews is always great.
I know, right? So, my favorite part about this, I saw Terry Crews show up in at the very beginning of the trailer. I was like, oh my god, no way. Another Crackdown game. This should be good. And then they showed it. It looks fun. And then as the lights came back up in the arena that they were given the keynote, some dude just goes, hell yeah! And that made my day. I actually laughed at that. Okay, so they talked about Life is Strange, which can't ever be an Xbox One exclusive.
Right.
So I'll get that out of the way. So this is coming August 31st is the first episode.
It's not by the original developers, though.
What?
Yeah, it's not by Don't Nod Studios. It's by another studio, because Don't Nod is working on Vampire and Life is Strange, 2.
Oh, so this is like a... I thought this was... It looked like sequel-ish.
No, it's a prequel.
It's a prequel?
Yeah.
Alright, I didn't pay that much attention to what was going on. Because I kept trying to catch the date on when it was coming out. August 31st. Alright, PUBG.
What?
PlayerUnknown's Battleground?
Oh, well, it's going to be for PS4 eventually. It's a timed exclusive for Xbox.
How you like them apples, Sony?
Okay.
Alright, so late this year, it's coming to Xbox One. This is hilarious. I hope, for the sake of the Xbox players, that this is not cross-network.
Yeah, because they'll get shit on.
Exactly. Yeah.
The game
I hope
is kind of boring.
Isolate the servers. Oh my god! Of course it is. It's a Battlegrounds. It's a King of the Hill game. It's boring.
The hype around it, I don't understand, but I mean, it's cool for anyone who wanted to play it on the Xbox. So
yeah,
good for them.
Yep, good for them.
Here's a golf clap for you. Okay.
Oh yeah, this is going to be getting a graphical update for the... That's what they were calling it when they're talking about the Xbox. It's going to get a enhancement, really.
Yeah, don't care.
Free.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk about that for a second, because I would assume that if I buy a brand new console and they're like, oh, we're going to give updates for these, you have to pay for them, though, I would probably smash the console against their building and be like, fuck you.
Yeah, but you know how much people will find any reason to hate on Microsoft. So if they don't explicitly state it in the keynote that they're going to be free, people are going to start going, oh my god, I bet Microsoft's going to make you pay for it. So they had to do that to cover their butts.
I guess, but to me,
you flying off the handle right now.
The fact that they even had to state that it was free irritated me.
I just explained why, because people hate them.
No, it's not even that. Like, you're painting them as like the underdog here.
No, dude. Okay, so I sold my Xbox because there's no games to play on it. I don't like Microsoft as far as games go. Even as far as life goes, I'm kind of done with them at the moment. So, I was ready to just hate everything that they talked about in this keynote, but man, they showed some games. And that's what E3 is for. Come on.
So far,
moving
Cuphead
along.
Is the only thing that they've shown.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
That, was already announced, and it's multi-platform, but
why didn't Sony
hell,
talk about it? Huh? People are going to play this game on PS4. Why didn't Sony talk about it?
Probably because they couldn't.
Why?
Why couldn't Microsoft advertise Destiny?
You really... so Microsoft is giving ArcSys a bunch of money so they can talk about it for 20 seconds at E3? Come on, son. Come on.
Maybe.
Come on. Get real.
Either way, the game looks super dope because it's Marvel vs. Capcom meets Dragon Ball Z.
I think you mean it's Guilty Gear Tag Team meets Dragon Ball Z. Don't pull this Marvel vs. Capcom bullshit into this awesome engine.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2, though, is essentially this. Either way, it looks dope as hell.
Yeah, no, super hype. Man. Oh, I like how before they played this, the guy was like, I was in Japan and we saw some really niche and quirky games. Here you go, guys. And it's an Arc System Works fighting game. Dude, I was waiting for something like the Aquarium fighting game from Japan on PC, because that is some weird Japan type shit. But they showed, I'm like, come on.
Come on, guys.
Come on, you're way too vanilla. This is just sad. Alright, The Black Desert. This is already out on PC. I think it's free to play MMO, or it's like $10, and then you can buy in-game currency or some junk. So this is coming out early 2018. The combat looks pretty great. If you want to play it on PC, really, if you can.
Yeah, just do that, because, I don't know, it looks kind of meh to me.
I'm sure it's meh, but it also looked like it'd be pretty fun for a couple hours. State of Decay 2, Spring 2018.
What did you say?
State of Decay.
Oh, okay, another generic zombie game? Thanks.
Who gets excited for this stuff? It's unoriginal and bad and... Come on.
Like,
No,
I don't know.
no.
To me, it's just another zombie game. Like, congratulations.
Yep, who cares? But, can I tell you about something?
What?
The Last Night.
That actually is one of the other games that looks really good.
I have been so excited for this game. Yeah, it looks incredible. Even if it sucks, even if the gameplay is bad, even if the story is no good, it looks so cool.
It does look cool.
That said, I will be buying it on PC.
Yep.
Okay, Sea of Thieves. No, pass.
I mean, it's a rare... Like, it looks fun. I'll give it that. It looks fun. But that's about it. It doesn't look like anything I would want to dive into and be like, hell yeah, Sea of Thieves, I'm going to be a goddamn pirate. Arr!
It's going to be some people who are way too good at the game going around and ruining the experiences for people like me who don't really care.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Pass. Metro Exodus 2018.
I mean,
the Metro games, for what they are pretty fun.
It won't be exclusive, so that's another thing that they don't have going for them.
Yeah, it'll probably be on PC, I would imagine. And are you saying it's going to be on PS4?
It will be.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's a smallish studio. It's not, a annual franchise like Call of Duty. So the studio needs the money. It'd be really dumb to only put it on Microsoft. I would play it.
Yeah, I'll play it.
Yeah. All right. Code Vein. Do you remember this?
Yeah, it's Dark Souls except anime.
Sign me up.
No.
It is so weeb. I will play it.
No, it doesn't look very good. Like,
no, of course not.
I'll probably play it, but it does not look like it's going to be a good game.
No, probably not. I'll play it though.
I'm tired of the Dark Souls formula. We already talked about this.
Yes, we did. I didn't know it was going to be Dark Souls. I just saw it was pretty weeby and anime, and sign me up.
Okay.
Something about 2018. Shadow of War? What is this one? I don't remember this one.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, Shadow of Wardorf.
Shadow of Mordor. It's another AAA game that got way too much hype when it came out, so this one I imagine will be another AAA game that gets way too much hype when it comes out.
So I liked Shadow of Mordor. That's what the first one was, right?
Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, that's the thing. It had so many cool mechanics, but there was nothing tying it together. I know very little about the Lord of the Rings lore. I watched, I think, 2 of the movies. They were good. They were fun. But, I mean, there wasn't enough going on in the game to keep me interested. I'm not that much of a revengeful person that my only reason to play the game is to kill someone who killed me once.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it looks boring.
Yeah, it probably will be. But props that a game with some pretty cool mechanics and creativity got recognized. It's just a shame that they made another one, I guess. Alright, so tell me about Ori.
Ori?
Yeah.
Man, I am so excited.
Alright.
Because Ori and the Blind Forest was one of the best Metroidvania games ever.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had Gareth Coker playing music for it, like, that blew my mind, and I was so excited. The moment they showed him, I was like, oh, I know what this is. I know exactly what this is. I am so excited. And then they started showing the art, and I was like, oh my god.
So did you have any idea this was coming? I didn't.
No, I didn't either.
So this was a pretty great surprise.
Yeah.
It'll probably be on PC. Ori and the Blind Forest was on PC, right?
Yeah, it'll be on PC and Xbox.
Okay, so cool. +1 for them. Yeah, super excited. Artful Escape.
Looks so bad.
Yeah.
I thought that looked so stupid.
So, I mean, it's kind of a fresh-ish setting. It's obviously some small developer. When I was trying to find a date on the trailer, it said available when it's damn ready.
Wow, okay.
So, yeah.
I'm glad they have that mindset about it, like, because that means they're actually putting the time into it. However,
yeah,
it does not look good at all, so congratulations, you're spending time on something that's going to be trash anyway.
Yeah, it probably won't be very good, but I don't know. Props that they're getting some recognition for doing something kind of unique. Okay, so Deep Rock Galactic.
What the hell is that?
It's like a Minecraft dwarf game. And I thought, oh, that would be fun for like a minute. It's in early access on Steam right now if you're just chomping at the bit to go play this game.
Well, I mean, I am now.
It could be fun. The gameplay would lend itself to some good times, but no, I'm not going to buy it on a console. This just seems like...
Yeah, don't care.
No.
I don't even know what it is, really, so...
Yeah. They took like a minute to show Darwin Project, which is another one of these Battlegrounds games, and they had some esports commentators screaming over some pre-recorded gameplay. Do you remember this?
Yes, I do.
I thought that was so dumb.
Yeah, it looks pretty dumb.
But they didn't dwell on it. It just happened, and they moved on to the next thing, which was the wise thing to do. Ashen? Do you remember this?
Yeah, I just don't care.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I'm sorry, but like that's why I thought Microsoft really fell short here, is because all the games they announced, I really don't give a shit about, except for a few. Like, literally a few.
Alright, so there's maybe 7 games in here you don't care about, whereas Sony talked about 6 games that are on VR.
Okay, I mean, Microsoft had literally probably 3 games that I will give a shit about. And then the rest, I'm like, okay, I'll play it on PS4 or PC if it ever comes to that.
Okay, but Sony... alright, so are we done with Microsoft? I think so.
No?
Oh, yeah.
You missed...
Original Xbox games coming to Xbox.
That's pretty cool.
Xbox One. That is cool.
Like, that is pretty cool. But my biggest problem with that is... they are deciding what games get picked. And we all know that their track record for picking backwards compatible games is absolutely shit.
But so what they've done on Xbox One for 360, it's a continuous thing. They're taking feedback from what people want. And from what I understand about 360 backwards compatibility for Xbox One, is there's just some games that were really weird, and the amount of effort to bring them onto 360 was not worth the fan base. So I don't know what you're giving them shit about for historical. Because,
okay, their fan base is absolutely awful, and all they want to do is play Halo and Gears of War, pretty much.
No, dude. Have you seen what's available on Xbox One from Xbox 360?
Yeah, like,
Meat
now...
Boy, Bangai-O, Trouble Witches, Triggerheart.
Years.
Yeah, it's an ongoing process. It's better than nothing, man. Okay, you want to talk about backwards compatibility in Sony? No, you don't, because that's fucking non-existent. At least give Microsoft credit for trying to do something.
Okay, they get 1 point for trying. That's like getting a D in real life.
Better than an F, son. Alright, so what else did I miss?
Anthem.
Dude, I must have missed this. I
and you also missed the Minecraft updates. It's in 4K! It's gonna be awesome! Except for PC mods already allow for that, so I don't give a shit. Thanks for the super duper graphics pack there, Microsoft. You terrible piece of shit.
I thought I put that on here. I might have skipped over it. Yeah, no, that's a joke. I mean, come on, who cares? 4K to play Minecraft? Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft. You heard me right.
That's dumb.
Shit.
That is dumb. But you can play on any servers now. That's cool.
Except Sony.
Yeah, Sony can go be exclusive all they want, right? That's their deal.
But Anthem, which is probably arguably one of the biggest new games announced, and I saw a lot of people throwing out some hype for this game, right? They're like, oh man, Anthem looks so sweet! And I was like, really? Because it looks like Destiny 2.0. Like, literally, the aesthetic of Anthem reminds me so much of Destiny, except third person. So I'm just really not excited for it at all.
Oh, okay, now I remember. Yeah, I looked this up right before we started the recording, and I already forgot what it was. That's how little it means to me.
But it's probably going to be the next big game. You know that, right?
I don't know. I think we're going to have another, Ark situation where everyone hyped it up and then it just kind of fell on its face. Or Brink. You remember Brink?
Dude, Brink was so bad.
I know, but people were hyping it up. It was the thing.
That Rage was hyped up a lot.
Yeah, Rage.
And this just looks like another generic shooter that I'm not going to give a shit about.
Yeah, and so it has nothing behind it. It's a generic shooter. I don't think it's going to be big. Destiny was huge because it was Bungie. And because they marketed that thing across the universe.
This will be a big game. Regardless of if I want it to be or not, it's going to be a big game.
I honestly don't see how it could be. Unless they have a huge marketing push, I don't see how this is going to be. Because this is... Oh, wait, it is Bio... Is it?
Yeah, I was going to say
it's behind it. Okay, alright. I throw in the towel. I forgot EA was behind this.
And BioWare.
Yeah, well...
Yep, that's how I felt.
Alright, well, that'll be a thing then. Okay, so, Sony's games. Microsoft's games.
No.
Nintendo? Yeah.
To me, it went... Nintendo came with the best offering of games. Sony came with the most that I'm probably going to be excited for. And Microsoft came with jack shit. Except Cuphead, Ori, and maybe The Last Night. But The Last Night is going to be a timed exclusive.
That's a good thing for them. I'm not going to play it on Xbox anyway. But when we're talking about coming out, like pound for pound, your games, Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony.
Hell no! Where are you getting this Microsoft one in any shape or form?
Because they showed games I want to play.
They showed, 3 games that you want to play?
No, dude. Cuphead, Lucky Tail, Crackdown.
Wait, what was the second one you said?
Super Lucky Tail.
You said that game does not look good.
I still want to play it.
Oh my god.
Dragon Ball Fighter. Black
that
Desert.
is also multi-platform.
Dude, I'm not talking about multi-platform. I'm talking about Microsoft came out and showed me some fucking games. Sony came out and showed me some shit that I won't care about because it's not going to be out for 2 years.
Well, that's how Sony does it.
Exactly. And that's why I think Sony...
Their games look more exciting, though. Like Detroit, God of War, Days Gone. Like, those 3 alone, I'm more excited for than anything Microsoft showed.
God of War is going to suck. Detroit, I'll play. It's not going to be Game of the Year for me. Days Gone, I'll probably... If I could find it used, I'll pick it up. But no, nothing on here is really getting me going. Monster Hunter World, that's the only game that I think I might actually buy.
Oh, we forgot to mention that Undertale is also coming out on PS4 and Vita.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
All right. Did they announce that at E3? Who said that?
They didn't announce it during their keynote, but it did come out later.
Well, why not put that in your keynote? Come on.
I don't know.
Come on. They had some people dangling upside down like zombies during the Days Gone thing.
Yeah, which was dope as hell.
No.
Okay.
They could have spent that money on a trailer for Undertale.
Games that I will actually play from Sony's keynote. Uncharted Lost Legacy.
Come on.
Days Gone. Monster Hunter World. Shadow of the Colossus Remake. God of War. Detroit. And Spider-Man.
Okay.
I will happily play all those. ones that came out from Microsoft that I would actually play: Cuphead, The Last Night, Crackdown 3, and Ori.
Okay, that's pretty close.
4 to 7.
Oh, come on. You're stretching with some of these Sony ones. I only heard you mention 6 anyway. And now you're trying to count.
And then the DBZ game. So 5 to 7.
5 to 6.
5 to 7.
6.
Oh, bruh.
Uncharted, Monster World, Colossus, Days Gone, God of War.
Spider-Man. And Detroit.
Whatever.
1, 2, 3,
I can't
4,
count.
5,
Anyway,
6, 7.
So we all agree Microsoft won E3, right? That's what you're ready to say.
In no way did they win E3. Actually, this year's E3 was kind of disappointing in general.
Yeah. So congratulations, Nintendo, for having some games that actually look like they're fun to play. Actually, I've given Nintendo all this credit, but really, the Pokken trailer I liked, Mario I liked, but Kirby.
Yeah, see,
so that's
like
only
Kirby, Yoshi, Mario, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Metroid Prime 4, Metroid 3DS.
But they didn't show any gameplay of those.
But I'll still play them.
Yeah, but
the fact that they're showing something from the game, and Pokemon for Switch. Come on, biggest announcement.
They didn't even show anything for it though, dude. They just
I don't give a
it.
crap. The fact that it's being done is what I'm excited for.
Yeah, I guess we're looking for different things, man. I'm looking for games to get hype. I'm looking for games.
And
I'm not looking for something that I'll be excited to see next year at E3, and that's what Sony gave us.
Not all of them.
I mean, a lot of them.
Not all of them, though.
All right. Anyway, overall, a pretty terrible year.
Yeah, I would say overall, this E3 was pretty disappointing in general. They didn't really bring any of the big guns or anything that I was like, holy shit, I gotta play this.
So the only thing for you is Ori and Shadow of the Colossus.
Those were probably my two biggest,
Mm-hmm.
But beyond that, yeah, I don't know. It could have been a lot better.
Yeah. All right, I guess we'll have to do better things with our time than play the big 3 video games.
Yeah, looks like I'm just going to have to stop playing games altogether.
Yeah, good idea. All right, that was fun.
All right, well, I think this is a good stopping point now that we covered pretty much everything. And the recap of E3 in general, I don't think any one person or any one company really won, except Devolver. Devolver and their Eric Andre-esque show that they did, that's a winner in my book.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for them.
Good for them.
I mean, there's 2 ways you could make E3 better. That's from the inside, or that's it. I mean, talking shit about them isn't going to make them any better. So I appreciate that they're kind of putting a spotlight on it, but at the same time, they're not taking any steps to improve it. And so that's where it's kind of for me.
I guess, but I still appreciate what they did because it was very entertaining to watch.
Okay, yeah, I can get on board with that.